Hi and welcome to another Pikapods tutorial video. Today I will show you how to monitor a website for changes and how to automate this process. For that, I will be using Changedetection app. And before we dive into this topic, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell so you do not miss out on any future content we post. We have interesting educational tutorial videos of apps that can help you transform your business and solve problems. If you ever wonder how to track website changes and how you can compare website versions, then you're watching the right video. Changedetection can help you with that. To launch Changedetection app, I will be using PikaPods. PikaPods is an open source app hosting service that makes it easy to find, install, and use open source apps. Under Available Apps, you can find over 60 plus apps, and once you find the app you like, you can click on Run Your Own. You just need to create an account to use it. Then you can configure the settings and click on Add Pod. I already have Changedetection installed in my pods library, and I will click on Open Pod. You see that Changedetection has a very simple interface. There is a field where you can add the site that you want to track. And below it, there's a list of websites that we are already tracking for changes. And some websites and groups were already here per default. If you check this little box at the top, you can perform actions for all your websites that you're tracking. You can pause them, unpause, mute, unmute, recheck, delete history, use default notifications, and so on. You will also see when the last check and changes occurred. Next to each URL, there's a button that leads you to that website. There is also a button for sharing, and there's a group name or label name for this URL. So this first one is under Tech News. And you can force the inspection of the website by clicking on the recheck button. You can edit the settings for this particular URL, or if you click on diff, you will see the latest changes for this website. Everything in red is what has been removed and everything in green is new. And let's add one new website that we want to track. And I want to track changes for one of my blog posts. So I have one blog post on how to use Midjourney Discord. And I want to see changes with Changedetection. I will add the URL, the full URL of a blog post, and then I will add the label or tag for this particular website. You don't have to track the entire website, you can just track the page on a certain website. If you want to do that, just paste a specific URL in the empty field, just like I did here. If this is a blog post, then I will add blog as a label. If this was an online shop, then you can add e-commerce or shop as a label. Later, these tags and labels can help you organize and find a website that you're tracking, especially if you're tracking multiple websites in the same category at the same time. And just click on watch. And the specific blog post has been added at the bottom of our list. You can now edit settings for each of these websites. What does this mean? It means that you can set how often you want the app to check the websites for changes, which notifications you want to receive, and where. So if you click on Edit, next to the website under General Settings, you can set the time between checks, so every 3 hours, days, weeks, minutes, or seconds. If the website is getting many changes quickly, then you can track changes every few minutes or seconds. Under Notifications, you can set where you want to receive your notification on Telegram, Gitter, or Discord. And now let's see Changedetection in action. I will make one change on my blog post so we can see what will happen. I made one change in my WordPress account on this particular blog post, and I will force the website check, and then I will click on diff. So I will click on recheck. So Changedetection is done with checking for changes for this particular blog post. And you see that the last change occurred 3 minutes ago, and I will click on diff, and red color indicates what was deleted and green what was added. So I only added this last sentence. Let's dive in to this blog post. Another great feature that is very useful is that you can get restock alerts. So if you're looking to buy some product, pair of shoes, for example, you can see that it's out of stock with Changedetection.io. You can easily set the alert for this item in Changedetection. So you would type in the URL over here and then click on restock detection for single product pages. When the product is back in stock, you will be notified. If you want to track, for example, price changes on eBay for certain auction items, you can do that. And you can receive notifications in your Discord account for that. Let's set this up. So let's say that we want to track changes for this Apple iPhone 12. I will copy the URL for this item and I will paste it into Changedetection. So I will paste the link over here and I will click on watch. And now I will go into my Discord account and set up everything in order for notifications to work. So I will be using my own Discord server to receive those notifications. Right click on your server that you created and click on service settings. And then click on integrations. Then you need to create a new webhook for this to work. You can click on view webhooks and you can click on new webhook. You can rename this one, name it Changedetection, and then pick the channel where you want to receive those notifications. So I have one, it's called bot, and then I will click on save changes and I will copy the webhook URL. And now it's time to go back to Changedetection app. Since I want to track changes for all of my websites and receive notifications, I will click on settings at the upper menu. I will click on notifications and then I will paste the webhook URL that I have copied before. Then delete everything that you don't need and only place Discord colon / in order for this to work. You can send test notification and you can click the save at the bottom. Let's see if this is working. You see that in our Discord we received the message that Changedetection.io had a change, and every time something changes on any of our track website, you will receive a notification in Discord. So you see, we have notification for our news whycontributor.com website had a change, and you can see all the changes that happen. If you want to get started with Changedetection app, you can do that with Pikapods. So Pikapods is an open source app hosting service that makes it easy to find, install, and use open source apps such as Changedetection. Under available apps, you will find over 60 plus apps, including Changedetection. So what are you waiting for? Get started with open source apps today with Pikapods. You will get $5 starting credit. Until next time, take care.